All right, guys. So here we are. This is Shauna Speaks. What now? Haven't really been official on this podcast situation yet. Got a lot of editing and a lot of things in the works. However, we are going to do just a real impromptu conversation between my sister Laura and I because we need to do an impromptu response to the shit show that is our government. And it's kind of like a what the fuck moment. And I think we just kind of need to dive right in. No script, completely authentic. This is who we are. If you know us, you know this is who we are. But we're just going to jump right in on a Wednesday night, April 9th, because the world is watching, damn it. And it's a fucking mess out there.
It is a shit show.
All right, so I think we need to just go ahead and get started on why we're here today.
So we're here today because mine and everybody else's 401k shit the bed this last week because of the moron in charge.
Yes.
Decided that he just loves his tariffs and he puts tariffs on everybody and you get a tariff and you get a tariff and you get a tariff.
Okay.
Okay. And so the penguins get a tariff and it is just insane. Okay. So he does this. The stock market tanks. Friday was a bloodbath. Okay. I lost 10% of my 401k.
10% is big.
10% of my 401k, people. Okay. I don't know how much y'all lost, but I know it's probably in the same range. All right. And so,
I need to look at that.
Yeah. And I actually made an appointment with someone to talk to an advisor to say, okay, what am I doing? And he's like, write it out. That's what he's basically said. So I said, okay, all right. He said, but, it's going to come back. It's going to do this, it's going to do that. Well, and if it doesn't matter because we're all dead. I'm like, okay, thanks a lot. That was really great advice, guy. Thank you. He said if
we're all dead, guys.
Yeah,
we're all dead.
He said if it all crashes, well, at least maybe you'll have your house.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll
we're
have our houses. We won't have
dead.
anything else, but we'll be okay.
Yep, we're all dead.
Yeah, he said it won't matter. I'm like, okay, thank you. I felt so good after that. I can't tell you. So, on the weekend, everyone, right, is like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Because Monday's going to come and it's going to be another bloodbath. Well, yeah, it was. Because dumbass didn't get enough ass kissing.
Right.
So, China retaliated.
Wait, though, who are the countries again?
All of them.
Oh, wait. Because we don't know.
We don't know.
Oh, that's right.
We have
they're
no
not
idea.
telling us.
They're not telling us, right? They told us every single country in the world except, get this, Russia and North Korea. Only 2 countries.
Russia and North Korea.
Russia and North Korea did not get tariffs.
I wonder why. Is that like the love letters and...
Well, actually, Trump said that he didn't want to put tariffs on Russia because they were at war.
Okay.
But he did put tariffs on Ukraine.
So, Russia, I'm sorry, Putin.
Yeah.
Little guy.
Yeah.
Little guy.
Yeah.
Little guy Putin.
Yeah.
Who started the war. Who invaded Ukraine.
Invaded Ukraine, yep.
Now, what are we on? Year 2? Year 3?
I think
we're to year 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get the tariffs because he's at war.
Yeah.
But we did it to Ukraine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zelensky gets hit with the tariffs.
Right.
Because
his hard on for Putin is
amazing.
Insane.
It's amazing. It's very,
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
It's a big one,
It's
guys.
a big one. Yeah, it's a very
it's a big one.
It's quite the bromance.
Yeah.
Quite the bromance. It really is quite the bromance. Yeah. So.
Can you imagine?
I'm just saying, it's quite
Scary.
the bromance. Yeah.
Scary.
So, but the fact of the matter is, I personally think it's because Trump is a Russian asset.
Yes, I have always believed
And that he is actually working to destroy our country for Putin.
Yep.
Because if you ask Grok, and I don't know if y'all know who Grok is. Grok is Grok. Okay.
Yep.
And AI. And Grok was asked, how would somebody destroy the United States from within. They actually asked that. And amazingly, they came up with everything Trump is doing.
Right.
Everything Trump is doing right now. So he is destroying us, and he's destroying the economy. So his two BFFs in the administration, I'm sorry, the regime.
There is no more administration.
There's no
there is no more administration.
No, Peter Navarro and Elon Musk have been at each other.
Right.
Because Elon Musk is all about free trade because he has businesses, and Peter Navarro is all about tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a whole book about it. Okay. He wrote a book about it, and he had an expert. Okay.
Right.
The expert happened to be an anagram of his own name. Yes. And so it's
do tell.
Yeah, it's fake. People, look it up. Okay.
It's fake. Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. All right. Peter Navarro made up an anagram expert in his book. All right, who agreed with everything he said on tariffs. Yeah, it is, and Musk called him out on it. And so they've been going at each other on this. Trump doesn't care. He enjoys that shit.
Right. He loves that stuff.
Yeah, except that, and last night he was at this our Republican thing, and dressed up like he was on the Titanic, and he he was okay. What he was wearing, I'm telling you, the man does not know how to dress. All right, he's stuck in some kind of time warp, and so he's standing up there with the mic, this whole thing saying, I know what I'm doing.
And usually when you know what you're doing, you don't have to tell people that you know what you're doing.
Yes. So when you're screaming at people, I know what I'm doing, you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Right.
You don't know what the hell you're doing. And so apparently he didn't, because today he paused. 90-day pause.
I saw that. 90-day pause.
90-day pause, except the piece of shit this morning knew what he was going to do. So around 9:30, he tweets on X, and it'll always be tweets. I don't care.
That's what cowards do.
All right, so he tweets and says, good time to buy stock, people. Right? Insider trading, people. This is illegal.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
Anyway.
Wait a minute. People have gone to jail for that.
Oh, my God. Martha Stewart. Hello. How come women go to jail for this, but not men?
Yeah.
Can we
and
talk?
Survived it and came out stronger because that's what women do.
That's what women do. So that's
we
another
don't
show.
We don't hide.
Yeah, that's another show. So he does this. He says, okay, good time to buy stock. And a couple of hours later, I'm putting up 90-day pause.
Yep.
On the tariffs, because over 70 countries have called and kissed my ass. And I'm really happy about that. So, except for China, who now is going to have 125% tariffs.
Sorry, guys, I'm moving things around because this is really impromptu. I wasn't really prepared. This is kind of like a what the fuck moment.
Yeah, because I kind of said, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
So, 125%. 125%. So, your Nikes are going to go up.
Oh, there's that. So I have a good old, big old gift certificate I got from Nike for my birthday and still haven't used it. And now I hear
you
that
might want to use
like,
it now before they get new ones in.
Not my Nikes.
Yeah, you might want to get it now before the new ones come in, because Nikes are made in China and Vietnam and
by 4-year-olds.
They are. No, that's not true.
I probably shouldn't have
That's
said that.
not true. It's not true. Cut them some slack. It's not true. It's really not true. All right. But
I do love them, though.
I did see a chart. Okay, yesterday, because, I'm incensed over these tariffs. The chart was actually about sneakers. And it says, all right, so it costs in Asia $25 to make a pair of sneakers, right? Yes. It costs, yes, I know.
Time out.
It costs $25 to make a pair of sneakers.
I call time.
Yeah.
$25.
$25 to make a pair of sneakers. All right, listen to the chart now. Don't no. Okay, so $25 to make a pair of sneakers. Then it costs like $1 for insurance, and like $3 for shipping over here. All right, to come to this country. So it gets here and it's sold to like Foot Locker. So it's sold to Foot Locker for like $50. So Foot Locker buys it for like $50, right? So then they sell it to us at 100% markup, right? So they sell it to us like, let's just say $100. We're rounding things off a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So they sell it to us for like $100. And so Nike is not making as much money as you think they are, right? Because Nike is probably making, what was I reading? It wasn't, I don't even think they're making like $25 a pair of sneakers. All right. So, and then Foot Locker with all their expenses, if you take into account, I know you're thinking cost and everything else, but
Yes.
there's more into it than that, right?
Of course.
There's overhead and advertising and all that other stuff which goes into the product.
Right.
All right. So they are making a marginal profit on it. So let's add the tariffs. Okay, let's just add the tariffs.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you add the 100% tariffs. We'll just go with the 100% tariffs. All right. So now your Nikes that were $100 are now $200 because that's what tariffs do. We pay the damn tariffs.
That's right.
They don't pay the tariffs. We pay the damn tariffs.
That's
You
right.
dumbasses.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
I'm so tired of people saying, well, they're going to pay for it. No.
They're not paying.
You are.
We are.
Stupid head.
It always comes back.
Okay, so it is a tax on the American people. That's
Yes.
what it is. The biggest tax that we have ever been hit with as they are getting ready, okay, to pass these humongous tax cuts for these gazillionaires.
Oh, like the first term.
Yes, only worse. Only worse, okay? And so they're getting ready to do that as they have these taxes on us. So let's be clear about one thing, okay? He put a 90-day pause on the big-ass tariffs, all right? But he still left 10% across the board, okay? And, of course, China at 125%, which hence your Nikes. Just saying.
Could we not fuck with China?
No, apparently not. Because and you know,
I'm just being selfish, but can we not fuck
but
with China?
China is one of our biggest trading partners.
I know.
Okay, this is a
iPhones,
real trade war.
Chips.
This is a real trade war.
Didn't we have an issue with PS5s? We couldn't even get PS5s for a minute because of the chip, I believe, that was made in China. Was this over COVID? I think it was over
That was over COVID.
But there was a holdup. So
There was.
I'm just saying, we are
There
kind of
was.
indebted to these folks.
So right now, well, yeah, because we've got this huge deficit, and this is what freaked Trump out and the people out there is that overnight China and Japan started selling American bonds. They were holding American bonds, and now because we're a bunch of idiots, okay, and put this asshole in office, okay. So yeah, I'm not.
Oh no, we listen.
I'm
listen,
all set.
Listen.
I'm all set.
If you know us, you know that
I'm all set.
we have a bad mouth.
Yeah, well,
So.
hers is worse than mine.
Much worse, but I'm not doing a
Much
lot
worse.
of talking, but she's doing it. And
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you,
and I'm sorry.
baby sister here,
Sorry.
it's bad. I know it's bad, guys.
Yeah, it's bad. So anyway, so they put this idiot in office, and so China and Japan started selling bonds, our bonds that they owned, American United States government bonds, okay, and basically letting the world know that we are not a secure place to invest money in. Well, we're not.
Well, we're not.
Because we got dumbass in office.
That's right.
We can't trust him.
That's
Nobody can trust him.
Right. We've got agendas all over the place, and so no, we're not only secure, we're unsafe.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's another podcast. But we are very we're not the folks to be invested in by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
At all.
No. So that is why he did the 90-day pause because they convinced him, okay, that because China and Japan were selling our bonds, our government bonds, and by the way, they own our mortgage for this debt that they want to keep giving to all these rich people.
Yeah.
Um, that he backed off. He relented. All right, after calling us weak. We're weak people because we don't want to lose our 401ks for him. Okay, that is just. Oh, thank you. I feel so much better now. I appreciate that.
This was like a shit dump session, guys, on
Oh.
what the fuck is really going on.
Oh my God.
Like, what the fuck is really going on?
Yeah.
You know, that's really the question, right?
Yeah.
So, do we think this is this whole tariff thing? Do we think that this is a diversion to distract from from like the stock market stuff? Do we think that what do we think? Because every single day, what I know is that it's hard to keep up, right? You follow this a lot more than I do right now because I am in a like shut it down, forget about it, focus on
Basketball
something
haze.
else, basketball haze,
Yeah.
work haze to just try to keep my sanity because I'm going to lose my shit every single day like I did before when he was in office because it was you know, it's like I went from probably from the time I was 18 years old. I've watched every State of the Union every year. It didn't matter if it was a Republican president, it didn't matter. I still watched it. I still respected the government for whatever. The minute he got in office in 2016, I didn't watch a State of the Union.
Me either.
I did not. I had to back away because it's a person. Well, if he's a person, I guess, that has less than a 200-word vocabulary.
It's insulting.
It's insulting.
It's insulting to women in this country that
It's insulting
man was
to
elected.
women. It's insulting to people. Period. But
Yeah.
so many people
More
don't understand
insulting to
that.
women.
But very insulting to women.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to listen to his ass, and I'm not going to give any ratings to the shows that they keep showing him. I don't want to listen to him. I'm not going to listen to him. I do not want to hear from stupid people. I keep myself away from stupid people. And hey, stupid people, you don't know me because we ain't friends. Okay? I do not deal with stupid people. I am not going to waste my time on this guy, right? This right here may feel like we're wasting time on this guy, but everybody's talking about it because everybody feels, not everybody, but a lot of people feel like we have to get something out there because at the end of the day, shit is happening. Right? Shit is happening and it is affecting us, right? I heard somebody say today at work that they had to go out and buy a refrigerator and they needed to get it quick before the tariffs kicked in.
Yep.
And whether they had the money or not, they had to buckle it up and get out there because they didn't want to buy a refrigerator that they needed because of tariffs. So it affects everything.
Yep.
It's going to affect everything. Before we could say, oh, as long as it didn't affect us, oh, we don't really care. But no, guys, it actually does affect us.
Yep.
Right? Everything we're doing. So even though we don't want to pay attention to it, we do have to pay attention to it. Hence why we're sitting down here doing this like impromptu, out of nowhere, not a good background, not probably good sound, not probably good video. We didn't get dressed for this. No. We didn't give a shit. It's 8:19 on a Wednesday night. And we're like, yo, we need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. And not just to each other, but to anybody who will listen.
Anybody.
Whether you're on social media, whatever you get your news from, whatever's going on. There's a lot going on here, guys.
There's a lot.
There's a lot going on here, guys. And there is so much misinformation out there. I did hear today, though, that even with everything that's going on, the majority of people that voted for this shithead would still vote for him tomorrow, even though they're affected and know what's going on. So the culture has changed. We know the culture has changed. There's a whole culture shift out there people are concerned about, right? I don't want to worry about that right now.
No.
I don't want to worry about the long game right now, which is what we tend to do, right? We want to deal with what's happening and how we can, the future. No, see, I want to deal with what's happening right now.
Right. But let's think about that, right? If the majority of the people who voted for him say they would still vote for him, that's only the majority. That's not all of them.
No, true.
All right, and so
The majority is most.
no,
But
the majority is like 60%.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
Haha. Sometimes I am. But I don't even believe in this election, to be honest.
I don't either.
want to say that. I
don't
hate to say
either.
that out
I
loud
know.
and on video. But I really don't.
But that's only because that man has stood up there and told us numerous times
That it was going to be stolen
that
before it even
Elon
happened.
that Elon Musk stole it for him in Pennsylvania. All right, and in other places, he has said that to our faces that it was stolen for him. That Elon fixed it.
So believe it.
All right, so when that man speaks, okay,
Man?
yes, when he tells on himself, believe him.
Go, he tells on himself.
He
all
tells
the time.
himself all the time. All the time. All right. And he told on himself today when he stood up there and said that basically the reason why he did the 90-day pause was because people were whining. They were whining about they couldn't hang tough. Okay? And so he gave in to them basically. And now he's lying even more by saying China wants to make a deal. China doesn't want to make a deal. China wants to cut our throats. And you know what? They can.
They can.
That is what is so stupid about this.
They can.
They can.
They can.
Okay? They can.
They can.
Yeah.
They're powerful folks.
So let's talk about how he tried today to cover up this tariff fiasco. When he had to basically throw in his cards, fold, okay, because he blew it. It was a dumb thing to do. Everyone said, they called the Wall Street Journal opinion page, called him dumb. They called him dumb.
He is dumb.
All right, but that's the one thing that he can't stand if you call him dumb.
Always the dumbest one in the room is what I said. I used to tweet this to him in 2016. I did tweet when he was on Twitter, when he was at Real Donald Trump. Before he was kicked off Twitter, I used to tweet almost daily to this joker, like, how does it feel to be the dumbest one in the room? It's the only thing I had, guys. That was my protest.
And
That's
he
all
still
I had.
is.
And he still is the dumbest one in the room.
But you know what? The dumbest one in the room is usually the meanest.
Yeah. Well, hurt people.
Because they have nothing else. They have nothing else.
Was he bullied, though?
And they know how he was always a bully. He was never bullied.
Hurt people.
No. No, they don't.
Okay.
No, they don't. Hurt people usually try to take care of other people.
I don't think that's how it goes.
I do.
I'm going to let you have that
I do. You know, I think.
I'm going to let you have that
I do. We have a difference of opinion on that. Okay, so this is tell them about the distraction.
I think it's a distraction. I think it's just another shiny object because of all the other shit that he's got going on.
Right.
Like, so today with the executive orders, right? Mm-hmm. What are we actually talking about with the executive orders? Let's talk about, what is it, Mark, what's his name? The guy there.
Okay, Miles.
Okay,
Miles Taylor.
Yep.
And Chris Krebs. Okay. So Miles Taylor and Chris Krebs both worked for the Trump administration in 2016. Mm-hmm. Miles Taylor basically was behind the scenes, letting us know what was going on behind the scenes anonymously. But he was trying to do everything he could to make things normal. Mm-hmm. Okay, until he couldn't, and then he ended up quitting and telling us all the truth. So Chris Krebs was the cyber expert, basically, and his task during the Trump administration was to make sure that elections were clean, that there were no cyber attacks from foreign countries, that we were secure. So in 2020, when Trump was screaming the house was on fire because he lost, Chris Krebs had the audacity to tell the truth and got out there and said, no, this was the most secure election we've ever had. There was no interference from anywhere, and the results are what the results are. And Trump couldn't stand that. He couldn't handle that. And Miles Taylor was out there telling all his dirty little secrets about what was going on behind the scenes in the crazy house. I heard one today, and I don't think it was Miles Taylor, but I thought it was rather hilarious. One of the aides who worked with Trump in 2016 to 2020 said everyone kept saying that Trump was playing chess. He said when actually we were just trying to keep him from eating the pieces. I thought that was hilarious.
This dude can't play chess.
No,
He can't play chess. This
He
is
can't.
checkers.
Yeah, not even
Checkers.
Not even checkers.
I mean, my God, maybe Operation.
Yeah.
Take the bone out.
Yeah, so
he cannot play chess.
they were just trying to stop him from eating the pieces.
Jesus
Isn't that funny? I thought that was priceless. I did. I thought that was pretty good. So anyway, the executive order was ordering the DOJ to investigate Miles Taylor and Chris Krebs for their actions while they were in the administration.
Right.
Okay, the first Trump administration.
Right.
Trump actually said out loud after he said, because
as he usually
does. Normal people shouldn't say shit like this. Okay, he actually said that Miles Taylor should be investigated for treason.
Treason. Death.
Treason.
Punishable by death.
Punishable by death.
Treason?
Treason is punishable by death.
Oh, sure.
But do you think that it's just going to be migrants that are going to be sent to El Salvador?
Nope.
They're going to be snatching Americans off the street. They're going to be snatching Americans who are political, all right, prisoners with this regime. And if you think they're not, you're not freaking thinking. Okay, you should have been, and we weren't going to talk about this, but I'm going to throw this out there. This whole April 5th rally that millions of Americans attended
right.
across the entire country,
right.
All right, on April 5th, was because of this insanity.
That's right.
All right. It's not just about keeping your hands off of our Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid.
Social Security. Oh
okay.
God.
And our jobs
Jesus.
and our vaginas. Okay. It's not just about that. It's about keeping your hands off of us. It's about due process. It's about the Constitution.
Yes.
Okay. It's about what this country is supposed to be, not what they're trying to make it.
That's right.
Okay. So, soapbox, your turn.
Well, I did watch, good old Rachel, and she did post all of those places, because part of the problem is with all of these protests and rallies and everything. Well, you wouldn't call them rallies, but protests and things that are going on. They're not being televised.
Mainstream media.
And mainstream media, good God Almighty,
not doing it.
Here you go again with your bullshit, because when I watched her and watched all of these places, all these little towns, towns I've never ever heard of, I was like, what? Yeah. They were everywhere. People are everywhere. People are in fucking raged, as they should be, right? But they are everywhere, and they are out there, right? And this is our freedom, and this is what we can do. But they're out there, but you're not seeing it. You're absolutely not seeing it, and it's tough, because we've all got stuff to say, and we all protest in different ways and do different things and donate and whatever it is we do, or do things like this and just come on a Wednesday night and say fuck it all. But there were people everywhere, including you, because you were in Boston. I was away for a basketball tournament, but I will be at the next one as long as it's a weekend that I'm here. That's for sure, because it's important that we get out there. It's important that we stand up for this. What I'm concerned about, what I'm always concerned about protesting and things, is that there are a lot of times where this stuff has worked, right?
Yeah.
People get enraged, things happen, things change. We're different in this way. I tend to get discouraged when I feel like I'm trying to do something, and then I see like the Supreme Court and their bullshit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
They are quite on the roll right now, aren't they? Yeah, they are.
I have no more respect for the Supreme Court. I haven't for quite a bit now.
Well, it is Trump's Supreme Court.
It is the Trump Supreme Court.
Yep.
I am very frustrated that we didn't extend it. I don't give a shit what would have happened on the other end. I am always going to believe
Biden is an institutionalist. He wasn't going to do it.
I know. But it was like, Jesus Christ, man, give us something while you're in there. Because while you're in there, do something that's going to help us long term. I know he's an institutionalist. I know Biden was.
Election.
I know, but we needed that shit. We needed to extend that. We need power somewhere. Because Republicans, this mess, you can call them Republicans.
They are Republicans.
I know, I hate to even call them that
but
because there are
are
some Republicans that are actually good people.
But they are
But
Republicans.
my God.
Yeah.
They fight so dirty. And sometimes you got to get in. Sometimes, sorry, Michelle Obama, you can't go high.
You got to get in the trenches.
Sometimes you got to get in the trenches and you got to get down there and get down and dirty with these jokers because they're not going to let up. And then we're going to give up.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And that's why I'm frustrated.
We can't give up. We can't give up, though. We can't give up our country. We can't give up. We just can't.
It's hard not to, though.
It's
hard
very
to not to
hard.
just do what I'm doing, which is researching Lisbon every day. Okay? I'm reading books with kids in MCAS, and I can only read, because we have so many rules, and I'm in these classes, and I'm like reading the Portugal book that my mother gave me for Christmas, because she knows that's where we should go. We should move there, guys. We should move there. Because this shit's crazy. I just want to go sit in a cafe and be free. Like, I don't feel free here. I feel like my rights are being, like, I don't know what's coming next. I don't know what's coming next. They're pulling people over. We got ice in places.
Even
people
here.
are getting snatched
Even
up
here,
right here on the
over.
island.
Yeah.
They're pulling people over. You know, it's a bunch of bullshit, but it's happening. Kids are afraid. Parents aren't going to work. Mm-hmm. They don't feel like if they go to work, they could be taken. I've actually been around students that are saying things that I'm thinking, oh my God, who are your parents? Because of the stuff that's coming out of their mouth.
Yeah.
That I can't even believe. Like, they're having transgender conversations and they're saying fuck gays. Like one has anything to do with the other. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. What the hell is happening right now? Yeah. Is this your parents talking? Is this really
it's
like
parents.
Is this really like a 10, 11-year-old talking? Like it's
the parents.
This is our future we're dealing with here? Like, what? It's a mind fuck.
The country is.
The country is a mind fuck.
And we could go on for hours and hours and hours and
I could do a bitch session all night, guys.
Oh my God, we so could. Because there's so much going on. We can talk about the measles outbreak.
Oh my God.
Because
the non-vaccinated,
the anti-vaxxers
are
bringing all these diseases we had.
Hey, anti-vaxxers, you're fucking it up for everybody else. Yeah, I said it. You're fucking it up for everybody else. Yeah. We got healthy kids out there, healthy people like me. My kids got vaccinated, take care of, never been sick, never had the flu, la 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 la. And then here you come with your kids with unvaccinated asses into the school. Sorry, guys, but you're bringing them into the schools to just fuck it up for everybody else because when your personal rights impinge then on my health, they're no longer your goddamn rights. And that's really how I feel about that. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, you know, there's a lot of arguments to that.
Yeah,
but the biggest argument is that it was required when we were kids to be vaccinated when we went to school.
And guess what? We're still here.
There were no outs. Okay? And now they give people outs. They give them, well, there are these exceptions and those exceptions. Well, then no, they shouldn't be in school.
Homeschool them and y'all get measles together.
You know,
y'all do that together, guys.
Yeah.
But don't hurt the people that are out here trying to live and healthy and just do what we need to do. Because sometimes this whole freedom of everything is a little much.
This
anti-vaxxing
is
this
too much.
anti-vaxxing, it's a big health hazard.
But that's
here,
another
guys.
idiocy that's going on. And that's who Trump put in charge, okay, of our health department is an anti-vaxxer nut job. Okay, whose family won't even support him. All right, so...
Who is very hard to look at, by the way.
Well, he's in his 70s and he's
I don't give a shit how old he is.
He's
a horrible-looking dude.
Well...
Just like Trump.
Steroids.
But just the unattractiveness of these assholes. That's the petty in me.
Well, that is petty.
It is petty.
It's
my
steroids.
God, they're hard to look at.
He's difficult because...
He can't even speak. What's wrong with him, by the way?
I don't know. That's some kind
Is
of.
that something? I'm sorry because I'm probably doing something wrong here. But is this like a speech
It
impediment?
isn't. No, it's not a speech
What's
impediment.
his problem?
Something actually happened. There is something that causes that.
Okay.
His voice, and he's not the only one who has that. There are other people who do have that.
All right. So
that
my
thing.
apologies to everybody else who
Yes.
talks like this fucking nutcase Kennedy.
He is a nutcase.
But he is a nutcase.
He is a nutcase. He is a nutcase. Yeah. So we have a lot. And as you know, we have a lot. If you watch any of the news programs, you know that there's a lot out there. But right now, the biggest, I think that my biggest bitch right now was the whole economy thing because, okay, he put a pause on the tariffs. Okay, stock market, I mean, man, did it rebound. It rebounded like crazy today. Okay, it was just like everybody was like, yay, buy. And so they just bought like crazy people because there was a lot of freaking bargains out there. So the stock market came back up. Okay, but how much eggs? Because this dumbass got elected because of the price of eggs. That's what they keep saying. All right. I mean, how much is, I bet he doesn't know how much eggs are because I saw his dumbass on TV today lying about how much eggs are. Okay.
In full disclosure, I haven't bought eggs because a good friend of mine has chickens and gave me a bunch of eggs.
And I've been very lucky.
Shout out, guys. You know who I'm talking to.
So, and I happen to work with a farmer. Okay. Who I get some really good organic eggs for a really good price. So,
and Mom always said, if you have eggs, you
have food. That's it. Mom always said that. As long as you have eggs, you have food. Best whole protein ever.
That's right.
Okay. So
all you egg haters, sorry.
Yeah. So the groceries are going. I bought freaking smoked ham hocks yesterday. $8, 4 of them.
$8 for
ham hocks.
Oh shit.
$8 for 4 freaking ham hocks. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
That nobody eats.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, ham hocks are mostly fat.
That's right. We use them for stew.
Yes, we do. We use them for soup. We use them for stew.
Yes.
$8 for 4.
Right.
It was crazy. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Right.
And that's a pound of hamburger. $8. I mean, actually, a pound of hamburger is less than $8.
That's right.
I mean, I could have got chicken.
That's right.
For less than $8.
But we saw the chicken prices that day.
Oh,
Remember
my
the chicken prices?
God, the chicken prices.
I mean, chicken
nuts.
thighs that you could buy a whole family pack for like $5-6, and you were like cutting them jokers up and freezing them and doing different things.
Yep, separating them.
Yeah, no, they were like $20 for like 6. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yep.
really?
But there's still places where you can get chicken at a decent price.
Oh, and we can't put that out there. Oh, can we? Can we put that out there?
Reliable.
Can I put that out? Reliable. Circuit Ave. Got me some chicken wings yesterday. $10 packages. About 2.
Yeah, they got really good chicken.
Reliable.
Okay.
The old, yes.
Yes.
The good old family-owned stores on the island. Woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo.
Good chicken. Really good.
Yep. Shout out Reliable.
Yep. So, but the prices of food are really going up.
Yep.
Okay, and so that is what this joker got elected for because they didn't want to vote for the intelligent black lady. No,
because she was a lady.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they wanted the dumb white
She was
guy.
a black lady. So we'll always go for the dumb white guy.
Always go for the dumb white guy over the smart black lady.
Over the smart black lady.
Right. Apparently over the smart white lady too, because Hillary didn't get elected either.
Because you'll never get elected if you're a woman.
No, if you have
That's
a
what
vagina.
I think anyway. That's what I think. If you have a vagina.
If you have a vagina.
No White House for you, sweetie pie.
No.
No.
No. As a matter of fact, and this is another thing. No, see, I'm not going to get sidetracked on this.
Oh, we've been sidetracked this whole time.
I know, but
it's like 39 minutes of sidetrack, guys. And that's okay.
I'm not
this
going
This is what we said was going to happen today.
Mm-hmm.
So you got it. This is for your entertainment only.
Apparently. Because we could, get sidetracked on the SAVE Act. Oh my God.
The Save
Okay,
Act.
the SAVE Act. Yes, because please, let's stop women from voting because their names don't match their birth certificates because they got
Because they got
married.
married and
They got
changed
married and
their
changed their
name?
names.
Say it ain't
And
so.
so now it doesn't match.
Oh,
And so now they can't vote.
Oh, no.
Now they can't vote. Yeah. It hasn't passed
So
yet.
why I'm not moving to Portugal?
I know, right?
Don't know why.
I don't know why either. So
There's like Buckeye waiting for me. And I'm telling you right now.
oh my God! Do you
I
know
got
how
fresh
much
Buckeye.
Do you have any idea how much Buckeye they have in Portugal? They make every
I'm
restaurant
going to
has
Portugal. I'm going to Portugal. Bom dia. Bom dia.
Every freaking restaurant has their own recipe. You know, I mean, it is just amazing.
Yep.
It's
I'm
just
sick of this shit. I'm telling you.
Yep.
My 23andMe tells me that's where I should be.
Except, no, don't get me started on 23andMe. Don't. No. Enough already. No, I'm not going. I could just keep going down these alleys.
Right. So you've gotten 42 minutes of this sister banter of what the fuck is really going on today. Yes, that's my mouth. What the fuck is really going on our little impromptu Shauna Speaks What Now with my sister, Lara Rose, to just say, hey guys, pay freaking attention to what is happening.
Yes.
Like she is.
And she is.
I'm trying to
She
get
is,
back on
so,
track because I am so. It is just such a mind fuck that this is really happening that I want to just wish it away, wake up and feel like it's a bad dream and that the country isn't so full of dumb people.
Oh my God, they're so stupid.
That's where I am, guys. I'm sorry. Now we really are the minority. The smart people really are the minority.
Yes.
It's really about what's real and it's about what's happening, not about what coulda, woulda, shoulda been or what we would like it to be. No, this is actually what's happening. So many things are happening on a daily basis that and that is the point. They're doing this because you can't fucking keep up.
No.
It's one story after
Chaos.
another after another. Chaos.
Chaos.
There's no order, and that's the point.
Yes.
The point is shiny object here, shiny object here, shiny object here. It's like with the laser with my new cat, Smokey, who, by the way, is great. But seriously, this is exactly what's happening. It's like a laser pointer. Doom, 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 doom. Look over here, guys. Look over here, guys. Look over here. So you're going to hold up in the courts. We're going to have lawsuits after lawsuits after lawsuits. And we're just going to hold everything up, until this joker... Yeah, don't show up here, CIA. I didn't make a threat. Okay, don't do that.
Secret Service,
CIA, FBI, whatever the fuck you are. Don't show up here. Do they know where we are? Oh, yeah. Big Brother's always watching. I probably got like a chip in my neck. They do know where we are. They actually do know where we are. They always know where we are.
They do. They always know where we are.
So at some point, I'll actually have something really set in place. But right now, probably on Wednesdays, we're probably just going to throw this shit at you to say, hey, pay freaking attention, man. Yeah. Things are happening. Pay attention. Get out there. Talk to people. Make sure people know what's happening out there. Join your local places. Go to invisible.org, right? Indivisible. Sorry. And get out there and see what's going on. Just pay attention. I can't say pay attention enough.
No, you can't. And there's 5051. That's another organization you can get involved in. There's a lot of organizations out there you can get involved in, and it helps you to focus on doing things. If you stay active, okay, even if you feel helpless sometimes.
And I do.
If you stay active, if you call your representatives, if you do this, okay, stay involved. Do not just get depressed and walk away and go play in the garden.
If you get depressed, have a shot of Tito's, then call your representative.
There you go. All right, call your representative after you've had a couple of Tito's. Okay, and the thing is to absolutely you have to take a brain break and you have to step away. Okay, and don't let them turn you into a basket case. I know. Don't let them turn you into a basket case, baby. But we have to stay. We can't quit. We can't quit, and we can't give in to who's that dude from New York that you like? Chris Maloney. Is that his name?
Representative Maloney?
Yeah, yeah.
Senator Maloney?
Yeah, it was
He was on
Representative.
TV today.
He was on TV today.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
Yeah, he is. Right.
Okay,
No.
so
I
today,
did like him before. I
yeah,
did.
if you heard him on TV today,
After he lost, and then we lost that.
we lost this. He helped us lose the
He
house.
helped us lose.
Yeah, because he
Right.
he wanted the seat more than he wanted the house.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, but his wanderings in
Yes.
Europe,
Yep.
which he talked about today on Nicole,
Yep.
taught him nothing, because he came and he's on Nicole today.
Yep.
And
He was on Deadline White House today.
And
Yep.
he sounded like Chuck Schumer. He sounded just like Chuck Schumer.
Good old
Okay,
Chuck.
yeah, all right, Chuck Schumer. He's like, well, we have to listen. We have to. If we want to get the government up to, if we want 51% and do this, and he's talking about, and Nicole, God bless her, is sitting there going, the people want the Democrats to fight, and they want.
And he was like, and I understand that.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Yeah.
Right? But we have this long game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, no.
No. Long
Yeah,
game
no.
isn't going to get us anywhere.
Nope.
Except losing the country.
Nope. I saw
Because
it.
right now we need to fight. You saw that.
I saw it. I record Nicole every day on Deadline White House.
I do too.
I record Deadline White House every day.
So, and I saw him, and I was like, "You learned nothing.
Right.
You are a self-righteous asshole right now. Okay. You used to have something intelligent to say.
I used to really like him.
When it was Biden's world, okay. The problem that happened when Joe Biden, who, by the way, I love the guy.
I do too.
And he
I
did a
love Uncle Joe.
great job, okay? He did a great job with the economy.
Mhm.
He didn't do a good job protecting us
No, I know.
from what we're experiencing now. He did not do a good job protecting us, okay? He thought, because the institutions held previously, that they barely held, because they held, that they were going to hold. That's what he thought.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And so Chuck Schumer thinks the same thing.
I know.
And Chris Maloney thinks the same thing.
Is it
And
Chris though?
Is it? Is it Chris? It is Chris. That's his name, right?
Is his name not Mark?
No, it's not. It's Chris. I'm pretty sure it's Chris. I don't know. It's Maloney.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's been gone that long.
Yeah, he has been gone.
He's been, I don't know, traipsing all over Europe.
Yeah, he has.
Okay. So, but he's back now because apparently he wants, to get back into politics. Well, no.
I wasn't happy when I saw him on the screen today. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, he's talking. He wants to get back into politics because once they have it, they love it.
Yep.
Okay, which is fine if you're gonna get up there and fight for us. That's what we need.
No.
Okay. I am not a Bernie fan. Never have been a Bernie fan. But you know what? His ass fights. Okay, it's just like
Even when Larry David plays him, he fights.
exactly.
And he plays a good Bernie.
He does play a good Bernie. All right. As I said, I'm not a fan. I think he's a carpetbagger in the Democratic Party. But I'll take whoever wants to come if they're going to fight for us.
Yeah.
Because
right now we need spine, guys.
we need anyone who's going to fight for this country.
We need spine.
Okay.
We need people who are going to ride or die through it because we really need people to stand up. Where are the Cory Bookers of the world? Where are the rest of them jokers? Because let me tell you, they need to be fighting. Cory Booker is out there fighting. People need to be just like that, getting into good trouble. Getting into good trouble and making something happen. And there's not enough of them. There's not enough.
My God, I agreed with Rand Paul. Yes.
Oh God, I don't even want to talk about that.
How bad is that, right?
That's bad. That's
Rand
bad.
Paul, when he was like, no on the tariffs, and I was like, yes, sir. And I never agreed with him on anything. Because, he's Rand Paul. But hey, I will support anybody who's willing to fight for this country right now.
That's right. And we're trying to, and we're here, and we're talking, and it may sound all disheveled today. And
Because
that's okay.
it is.
Because I don't know what y'all doing on Wednesday besides watching Survivor.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that when we're done.
Yeah, I know.
I like
But
it.
it really is WTF Wednesday.
It really is WTF Wednesday. So
Yeah.
this is Shauna Speaks What Now with my sister Laura, because here we are with our
Here we are.
banter. And if you were listening, God bless you. You know what? We're in a fucked up situation, guys.
And we'll see you next Wednesday.
That's right. Pay
All right.
attention. Bye.
Bye.